Hello everyone and welcome to another Red Gadget video. Today I'm bringing you something very short. It's going to be a short video about the RPS, so the rock paper scissors you play at the beginning of the games on Dueling Book usually. I mean, some people do it in real life, but is it on Master? No, on Master Duel it's the coin, I believe. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's the RPS on Dueling Book. So we've taken 100,000 games off of Dueling Book and just seen what people prefer to select. So rock, paper, scissors, everyone played this game when they were young. Some people still play it today. And it's important because in the competitive scene, any advantage you could get is important. But also, I mean, this is a very, very simple like game or mini game that you do at the beginning of the game. So it doesn't really matter, this analysis, because these things change, and like as soon as this video comes out and if people watch it, they will change the tactic, and then you know how that goes. But anyway, it's still fun to do. And yeah, so it's the rock paper scissors. And first of all, I would like to just kind of, while I was doing my analysis, I did some kind of I dug through the data a little bit, and I found this match between these two people, like back and Tyrant, and they've seemed to draw, like do the same thing, like paper rock 15 times in a row, which is kind of crazy because I've done the math and it's like one in, what is it, like 14 million chance. So maybe two of them want to like meet up and go buy a lottery ticket or something. It's not like close to a lottery, but it's very, very scary, the odds. But I mean, these things are bound to happen because it's just numbers. Yeah, so this is fun. But a more important thing is the actual numbers. So what was the result of the study? Well, this is the data. This is what people pick. And I was very surprised by this because actually 36% for the rock, 33.9, so a bit more than 33 for the scissors, and like 30-ish, just 30 exactly, in fact, for paper. And I was expecting kind of like 33% for everything because I was like, okay, well, over a very large sample, which was what I had, I was kind of hoping, okay, like these two people, it's this kind of semi-random, so people are just gonna select like whatever they want, and at the end is gonna turn out somewhere like around, like what's the actual probabilities. But no, people seem to select like rock a lot, and I don't know if it's the way, like if it's because of the way that the dueling book is designed. Like I don't know where rock is, or if it's always random. So maybe that has an influence. Also, another thing is that like maybe just like rock seems to be like stronger than paper, so maybe like people in their subconscious have this like notion that like rock will beat things. I don't know, but these are the numbers, and actually, like, so if you pick paper, you have 36 percent chance to win, because the thing you win against, the pick rate of that is your expected like win rate, and the same goes for the other ones. So yeah, these were the numbers for the rock paper scissors. So it's optimal in theory to select paper. However, these things will change and might change and whatever. But yeah, it's still interesting to see. On the other hand, I was like, okay, well, what if you draw, right? I was thinking, because there were many games where like it goes like a few draws, like one draw, second draw, maybe third draw, and then like they actually like someone wins. So I was like, what would happen if we go like multiple layers in, right? So if we kind of say, okay, if you draw here, like if you pick rock, and then like in the next layer, people might not select rock. So for that, I did another layer, and I was actually planning to do 4 layers, but it kind of would like grow exponentially. Like we did the math with some of my friends at school, and like it was like I would need like 70 something variables just to keep track of like there's probably a way to do it smarter, like through some kind of coding technique. But I was like, okay, whatever. So just one layer in, I did, and this is the data for a draw, right? So suppose round one, right? Now it's not the pick rate of a particular like item by a player, because these are independent, right? Like if a player A chooses rock, it's independent of the player B. Like player B could have chosen anything, right? So previously I treated them kind of as like individuals, and this data was aggregated. But now I kind of take like the pairs of things, right? So if you have like rock, paper, scissors, there's 9 possible combos, but like 3 of them are mirrored essentially. So that's why you see in round one like 28%, for example, 22 or 24. This is because it like includes both options, right? Paper, rock, and rock, paper, which is the same. So we can see obviously that a rock scissors is like the highest, because we've seen that the rock and the scissors are picked the most, so it makes sense. And then second highest is the paper rock, because the rock, and then you have like the paper scissors, which are the two like least picked combo. Like, you get what I'm saying. And then you have these draws which happen as they do. And finally, then suppose you have a draw with paper. These are the pick rates, similar to what was shown on the previous slide, where you can see like what's the percentage of the people, like what they pick after a paper draw, right? So if a paper draw occurs, then mostly what people do is they select scissors. And I think this is consistent throughout the other ones, is that people usually pick what defeats the thing that they've drawn with. So if they draw with paper, people usually pick scissors, which makes sense, I guess. But yeah, and then so like for scissors, people mostly pick rock, because yeah, why not? And then for rock, still the highest one is paper, even though paper is like least picked. So yeah, these were the numbers. And so for example, what I do, like as of now, because the video didn't come out, of course, is like if I select paper, and if I draw with paper, then I go with rock, because rock beats the scissors that everyone's picking after paper. Yeah, however, these things might change, so we don't really know. And I didn't do more layers deep, like, because now in theory, if you draw with paper, then you could like draw again, but then you would have to kind of take a step deeper, because like now if you draw with paper, you could draw with paper again, or with scissors, or with rock, and then it kind of goes deeper, and it snowballs, and it grows like exponentially. So I didn't want to do that for such a short video. But yeah, this is the data on RPS. So we have here like what to do in a case of a draw, and what's the statistics of a draw. And this is the data on like what's the actual pick rate. And this is what people have been asking me, and it's very like fun to see, and it's kind of interesting. I don't know, I find this fun. And yeah, so finally, as I said, like this thing will be completely irrelevant once it comes out. Like, this is not like, don't try to now like, oh, I'm gonna now pick paper and I'm gonna win every time, because that's just not how it works. But I mean, you could try, and like maybe it works for you. But yeah, you should like trust your intuition, or just doing like a random number generator, which is what most people do, and what I did for the most part. So yeah, just like do a random number between like 1 and 3, and then like inclusive, and then just like select that. And I think that works the most, because then you just don't like, you remove this mind game, and you can focus on the actual Yu-Gi-Oh afterwards. And with that, I would like to close. I would also like to ask you to subscribe, to like, and to kind of share this video, and comment, and send me a message, and yeah, just engage. And I also spend a lot of time on this video as well, and like more time than I should actually. And most of my videos take a lot of time to do, and I kind of put a lot of effort into them. So if you feel like you have the need, you can always click on the link below and buy me a coffee link, and donate. So that would be great. But most importantly, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more cool videos.